And now for the magic portion of the week. Now, before I begin with the magic portion of the week, I want to apologize for being a little late. My schedule was completely thrown off this week. I still need to watch Supergirl, so I'll do either, if I don't get to Supergirl this episode by itself, I'll combine it with the Bizarro episode next week, which, by the way, the next episode is Bizarro. The freaking episode is titled Bizarro. But also, apparently there's been this issue with copyright and taking down monetization on YouTube that I only just recently found out about. I mean, I've had a few of my videos flagged for copyright stuff, but my monetization's never been flagged for it. Probably because I'm hardly big enough for it to really matter that much. But it's another thing, because Doug Walker recently just came out and talked about how they lost a lot of money on monetization because of it. And that it's recently been restored, but it's something that it's very it's troubling when we have a lot of us who actually do. A lot of us just do this for fun and hope that we can make some living at it. But then you got the people who actually do make money and a living at it, and then they just get screwed over by it. And it wasn't until, because apparently Doug and his crew had been working on it for 3 weeks with no response through the proper channels, and then it took an outcry of people just in the day he posted that video about it to basically say, hey, do something about this, and we finally did something about it. So good props to the YouTube community for sticking together. But it is concerning that it needs to be just a unified voice to do that. So it's very troubling on that regard. But I'm glad things have at least come back to at least some semblance of normality for people, and I hope it can remain that way. So there's that as well. Hello, Pop. Yes, woo, she's bouncing on my hand right now. But anyway, we're here to talk about. That was just a little PSA, I guess, and a little reminder that I'm sorry for getting stuff out late. Actually, the only thing I really am sidetracked on that I'm not getting to this week. I'm not getting to a second Star Wars video. Just too far behind on that. I'm only doing one Star Wars video, the lightsaber video I just posted. And, I got a review I got to do. I didn't do a review yet last night because I got off work late, so, yeah. But I will see a movie tonight, and I will have a review up tonight. So I can say that. I'm just behind. I'm not done. I'm far from done. I'm never going to... I will not stop this for a good long while. I have too much fun doing these videos. Even the videos that don't get a lot of hits, I have too much fun doing. So... yeah, no, don't worry if you're like, where's your videos? Like, they're coming. I just might have to swing some stuff around. But anyway, we're talking Magic the Gathering. And lastly, I think the way I'm going to do this right now until actual sets really get going. Like, I already did a set speculation for Shadows over at Innistrad. I can't do anything else for Shadow over Innistrad, really, until I actually get some spoilers going, or... until the actual set's been released and I do a set overview, which I'll do that now for every set. But I figure I started off with set reviews or overviews, and last week I did a non-one. So why not? I'm just going to make it every other week. It's going to be a different set review or different overview, different lore kind of thing. So why not go to the one where was basically my first not my first pre-release, but my first full block pre-release, which was Scars and Mirrodin block. And I'm just going to adjust that camera real quick. There we go. Scars and Mirrodin block. Now, the Scars and Mirrodin block obviously takes place on Mirrodin. It takes the sequel set to Mirrodin, which I did not play Mirrodin. I didn't really get into Magic until roughly around the Alara block, start of Zendikar block. I'm a fan of a lot of the blocks. I love the Ravnica block, the Time Spiral, Planar Chaos, all that stuff. I love those blocks. So, and Eventide Shammer were fun as hell. I love all the stuff out of that. So, I love a lot of the blocks beforehand. I just didn't really get back involved in the Magic until midway through the Alara block. And then I didn't really attend my first pre-release until Rise of the Eldrazi. But I've already talked about Zendikar to death. I already gave my thoughts about that with Battle for Zendikar, actually. So... Scars and Mirrodin was the first full block I attended pre-releases for, and actually followed the story and all that. And so, yeah, that was the first one I went into there. And I'm actually going to get the wiki up so I can actually have some references, because I remember most of the stuff that went on in that block. But wiki whack. It's like, dude, you're so white right now. Yes, I am. But. Yeah, so, one second, come on. There we go. Sorry, the computer's being a little slow on me today. I do apologize. In fact, want to make sure my video is not lagging for that. No, it's not. Okay. So, but anyway, while I get that, so the Scars of Mirrodin block. I'm like, okay, so this is the first one. I didn't play in the original Mirrodin, but you know, artifacts can be cool. And honestly, in order, if I were to put it in order, what's the best way to put it? Scars of Mirrodin was fun. Mirrodin Besieged got a little tedious. New Phyrexia just got boring after that. I mean, it had some. They all had fun stuff in it, but it just got boring after that because it was kind of. I mean, what is the best way for me to say this? The repetitivity, I guess if that's a word. The repetitiveness. There we go. That's a better way. The repetitiveness of it grew so much because let's look at the blocks for a second. Scars of Mirrodin, I would say, is my favorite because I don't hate on artifacts that much. Artifacts are cool. They're just not a big part of my. I have an artifact deck, I do, but they're just not a big part of my play style. I have artifacts in a lot of decks, but I don't focus on them a great deal. I do have, again, I have an artifact deck. I don't focus on a great deal. So when we go back to a plane that's almost entirely all artifact based, with cards that deal heavily in artifacts, that if you don't have artifacts, they're nowhere near as powerful. Oh, Puppy seems to be getting a little anxious. I'm gonna have to let her out soon. Don't worry, Puppy. I'll let you out in a little bit. Just gotta finish up this video. I'm not gonna be very long in this one. 20 minutes tops. Yes. Wait a minute. Yes. Just chew on that. There you go. Chew on that. So anyway, so yeah, we got introduced to the mechanic. We got Metalcraft, which I thought was a cool mechanic. You more artifacts you have, cool stuff happens. Proliferate, which was, again, I thought was a cool idea. Then we have Imprint, which was a returning mechanic. It served its purpose. Then we Infect. I fucking hate Infect. I think a lot of people do too. My friend Mark has an Infect deck he loves to death. But he just oh man, Infect just wrecks people's crap in a not a fun way, because poison is a bitch rule staple to deal with. You can't design a deck to counteract poison. You can't. You can't remove counters from yourself at all. Even Hexmage, like Vampire Hexmage, doesn't remove counters from a player. It removes them from a permanent. He's such a bitch to get around. And then you go into Mirrodin Besieged, which has most of the same stuff, except then we get Battle Cry, which was you could tell that they were going with the whole Phyrexia win stuff because they were making the Mirrodin mechanics just kind of boring. And then you have a Living Weapon, which was a cool idea, very cool idea. You have this germ, it's a 0/0, but it comes out equipped to your artifact already. So it's essentially an artifact creature. If the creature dies, you still get your equipment to just move on to other stuff. And then with that, we got things like, I believe, was Batterskull in this one, or was it in the next set? I think it was actually in the next one, so hold on. So New Phyrexia, I think, had Batterskull. Batterskull owned some people. Batterskull just wrecked shit. And then we had New Phyrexia, which the only new thing it had was the Phyrexia mana cost, which was cool. I liked the Phyrexia mana cost. And it did cut down on a lot of stuff, because it did cut down on, it didn't have Battle Cry really at all. It just had a Living Wreck. In fact, it didn't have anything Mirrodin related in terms of a mechanic, because it was basically saying the Phyrexians have more or less won. And that's how the story arc goes, because you have Elspeth, you have Venser, you have Koth in the first set. And in terms of the Planeswalker cards, Elspeth was the one that still always gets the most recognition, because she's freaking Elspeth. But Koth also got some decent play. And Venser looked like he was... I have a Venser myself. I like playing with Venser because I run a blue deck that's a stall deck. So I just stall people out like pacifies and things like that, just bounce them back. And then I'd be like, okay, so I'm just going to build up till I get that emblem that says I'm exiling your shit every time I play something. And I get to that very often, actually. Or I'm just going to make this unblockable, swing in to hit you for some damage. Or I'm just going to say, Pop it back, pop it back. Huh? You can't touch it this turn. Oh, and you'll pop up. Don't worry, I'll get you outside in a little bit. So yeah, Venser was cool, but you know, it was Elspeth who found her home. She wasn't as good as Knight's Errand. No, she was. Was it Knight's Errand? Elspeth. Knight's Errand is that one. Then it's Sun's Champion. Oh man, if you can remind me what Elspeth was. Excuse me. It's Elspeth Tyrion. And Knight's Errand is the first one. That's right. So yeah, and then in Mirrodin we got Tezzeret, who understands he's some play, but I'm just like, eh? I mean, it makes sense why he's here, but by the way, we haven't seen him in fuck all. So, I mean, we saw last time we saw him was Scars and Mirrodin block. It's been Innistrad, Ravnica, Theros, Khans, Battle for Zendikar, and most likely Shadow over Innistrad block since we've seen him. Hello, puppy. Yes, hello. 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 Oh, look, there's Domino again. Hi, Domino. Don't worry, baby. I'll take you out in a little bit. Just hold your poopies in for a little bit. I heard her make a toot, so I'm like, oh, she's got to take a poop. She's not begging at the door yet, so that's good then. But yeah, I mean, God, we haven't seen Tezzeret in God knows how long, nor Bolas. I mean, he's been around, but we have not actually had a card for him, or Tezzeret, or Koth, because he's still alive. So yeah, or Karn, who gets introduced, and Mark has a Karn. Mark loves his Karn. I think he still has the Karn. So yeah, Karn, man, Karn. When we got him, we're like, oh crap, he can restart the game. And he literally his plus ability is a +4. What Planeswalker does that? Bolas came close. Bolas and Ugin can come close at a 3. A couple other ones do 3s, but 4? Literally in 2 turns you get your ultimate. The way it's designed, that ultimate is freaking just disturbing. It is. And he saw some play too. I mean, Karn I think goes in like what's called the Tron step, but yeah. But then you get the storyline, which is the Phyrexians coming back and Elspeth going through. See, here's the thing I don't like about Elspeth's character in the story. It's like, I've got the power to help, but I'm just seeing so much more. I can't do it anymore. She's fighting in a gladiatorial arena where Ajani finds her to go help this Mirrodin. And she feels like, oh, I failed. And that's yeah, you can make the Theros argument. Yeah, she redeems, so she goes and does what she needs to do. But I'm sorry, you have the power to help, but you're hiding in the dark. And you want to help, but you don't want to help. You're such a hypocritical character in the long run, Elspeth. So yeah, she's currently dead in Theros, but given the fact that death and Theros don't mean jack, we're going to see her again probably as a black-white planeswalker, which is cool. Black-white zombie planeswalker and stuff, where she's going to have her mask and stuff, because we see actually, like a trailer for like Journey into Nyx, that a mask is made for her to come back from the underworld. So that's going to be, a planeswalker comes like, that'd be cool, man. That'd be really cool. So maybe then her story's probably going to be back finding herself again, finding who she was, her identity. So that'd be kind of interesting. Then we get the battle between them and the Phyrexians. We get the Praetors, which Praetors, for what they are, pretty cool. I only have 2 of them, I believe. Do I have 3? No, I only have 2. I only got Shalandra, the Whispering One, and then I got Urabrask, who arguably are the 2 of the better ones. Though Elish Norn, when Mark was playing with Elish Norn, that was a fucking blowout bomb anytime he brought just boom, your field's done. Oh, he still got a creature there? Oh, it's a 2/2 and it's a 1/1. Sorry. Oh, my guys get a +2/2 as well. And I have Vigilance on a 4/7. Yeah. And as far as I remember, they're not legendary creatures. You could have multiple on the field. I could be wrong on that. But you could have multiple on the field. So that's just freaking wrong on so many levels. Urabrask, though, was a fun one because he's a red staller. I actually have him in a red-white stall deck, which is fun as hell to play with. And then Shalandra, I have the because that was your pre-release card. I miss the days when you actually got Mythic Rares as your pre-release card. Right, you can still do that now, but it's now just randomized, which I like better, honestly, because no one is because they let you play with your pre-release card now. Ever since Ravnica, they've let you done that, which I love the idea of doing that. And if you're doing it randomly, that's even better. I love that as well because it makes it fair as opposed to which kit is the better kit. So that's a good way to go about it. But then you have the corruption effect of Mirrodin, which is fun, but then it just gets kind of repetitive after a while. It's like, oh, okay, Darksteel Colossus turns into Blightsteel Colossus, who I heard people call the Energizer Bunny. And what you got there, pal? No bite, no bite. Okay, okay, there you go. She's just got cardboard. So the cards that actually stood out to me in the block. Now, cards that stood out to me in the block, that's going to be a bit more I'm a bit more pressed to do because I don't have an actual list in front of me of all the cards. But some of the things that did stand out to me when playing, obviously, Wormcoil Engine is a staple of any deck you put it in. It's like it's the card. It was a pre-release card. I still got mine sitting in the deck, sleeved, mind you, because that thing's foiled and it has frayed a bit, so it's nowhere near as valuable anymore, unfortunately. But it's still a Wormcoil Engine. It still does its job. It still wrecks your shit. Then Platinum Imperium, which was a fun idea for a card. I used him in one deck, traded him out for another one. He's just giant Hulk who makes it so you don't lose life. So if you make him indestructible, game over. You can't take this guy out if you can make him unless you remove him, which is possible. There are removing cards. Which, that being said, oh man, I can't remember the name of the card, but it's a white enchantment. It's a white sorcery, just one colorless, one white, and it just exiles an artifact, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're going up against things like Blightsteel Colossus, which is an indestructible infect, or Platinum Imperion, or Wormcoil Engine, that becomes very useful. Steel Hellkite, another one that was just a great staple. A couple other ones. Anything really would infect. What was the name of the dragon? Oh, no, wait, of course, I gotta talk about Memnite, the 0/1/1, who is loved by all. Again, full set in my artifact deck, so it's like, boom, 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 boom. There you go. Oh, wait, I can still play something. Okay, I played that. 5 creatures on turn 1. Your turn. I actually have that in the Ornithopters from Battle for Zendikar. Or not Ornithopter from Battle for Zendikar, but from Zendikar block. One of the Ornithopters. The 0/2 flying 0. So I'm going to have an entire hand of zeros and be like, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Your turn. There you go, Pup. She's just waiting on me. I should probably wrap this video up. I'm getting close to that time too. So, then Mirrodin. Mirrodin besieged. Blightsteel, yeah. Oh, Massacre Worm. I love me some Massacre Worm. Despite the fact I'm a blue player by nature, I love me giant creatures. I do. I play giant creatures as a blue player. Yeesh, Pup. I will be with you in a moment. And, Massacre Worm's fun. Blightsteel, What was it? The Green Troll was interesting to use. And, then we have, of course, the Phyrexian Monocost, that was cool. It did let you play things quicker. There were some hacks combos in that set, though. I am a fan of the Praetors a little bit, but honestly, there's not a lot that stands out to me in there. And of course, you print that one card, the something Sylvan Outcast. I'll be with you in just a moment, Pup. Almost done. She's just like, come on, I want to go out. Be almost done. I just gotta finish the video because you don't let me do my videos as easy anymore. So, God, Doc. Yeah, because she's going through a phase at the moment. I don't get my video. It's hard for me to get time to do my videos, so it's very irritating. But yeah, they had to make the Sylvan Outcast, who's like, can't put +1 counters on it. You're immune to poison counters. Like, you get that one card. It's like, all right, I'm gonna build this deck in Sealed. That's no, I'll be with you. I'm gonna build that deck that's in Sealed. It's basically but you only got one, so you gotta build around. It's like, oh yeah, so. Overall, it's not a terrible set. I got bored of it real quick. That's the thing. The first thing, you're like, all right, this is fresh. We're coming back. It's the first time we've ever returned to a set 2, so this is cool. Then you're like, it's kind of just on repeat now. And then, the story's whatever. It just really tapered out. That was the thing. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the Scars of Mirrodin block. It wasn't a bad set. It wasn't a bad block. Just got, as a set, Scars of Mirrodin, it was really good. And most of the sets themselves, actually, the sets as a whole aren't terrible. But they are just, it just got boring and just repeat. and especially with Infect. Infect was probably well, Wither was an entertaining mechanic. It wasn't too hacks. This Infect was not a fun mechanic to be playing. That was too much of it. That was too hacks of a mechanic, I think. And I think Wizards kind of realized, yeah, this mechanic didn't quite go over. I mean, it went over well for anyone. It's like Annihilator. If you're using it, you're having a ball. If you're playing against it, no, it was terrible. Just terrible. And they don't want that for their gameplay. They want to make it fun, powerful, but balanced at the same time. Things like Annihilator and Infect were not balanced. Unless you're going Infect against Infect or Annihilator against Annihilator. And at that point, just a battle of attrition. Who's going to outlast who at that point? So it just got unfun. That's where things like Innistrad and Ravnica did it a lot better. None of the effects were super hacked. Some of them were really good, but none of them were super hacked. So that's the thing that they always got to learn about. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Not sure what I'm seeing tonight, honestly. It all depends on the show timing. I got to head out like around 4 o'clock, so I'll check the show. It's going to be, here's the thing, it's going to be one of 3 things. It's going to be either The Finest Hour, Kung Fu Panda 3, or 50 Shades of Black. I just actually watched a review of 50 Shades of Black, not really intending to do it, because I didn't think I was going to see it, but now hearing about it, I'm like, is it that bad? It probably is that bad, because Marlon Wayans, granted, he seems to like doing these spoofs, but apparently the writing's just terrible in these movies now. But who knows? Maybe it could be funny. My dad even heard it's not bad. I'm like, really? I might have to forego Kung Fu Panda 3 and see 50 Shades of Black. I get to see a fat white girl get plowed by a giant prosthetic cock. Oh Lord. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.